Hey guys, a lovely good morning to everyone. Let me ask you one of the questions. Let's suppose that you are working as a DevOps engineer for the implementation team along with the 4 developers. Now these 4 developers are working on 4 different features. And some of the moment 3 developers are ready, it means that their code is quite stable and they want to introduce it into the development branch so they can further test it onto the staging and the production. However, the 4 developer is not so much confident. It means that he is not confident about that his code is quite stable, but still he wants to merge his changes into the development branch. So if I ask you in such kind of scenarios, you as a DevOps engineer, what kind of solutions you are going to propose to your development team? And guys, if you are thinking about the Git Tag, yes, it is absolutely correct. This is the solution that we can propose to development team. So in this tutorial, I am going to cover each and every corner of the Git Tag. Hello guys, my name is Avinash and you are watching the Learning Destination. If you haven't yet subscribed my channel, then please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon as well. Okay guys, so now let me quickly run through the topic that you are going to learn from this tutorial. So in the first part, I'm going to show you what is the tagging. It means that I'm going to explain you the definitions of the tagging. Simultaneously, I'm also going to cover that how does it play a role inside the Git. Secondly, we are going to make some commits into the development branch, and from there in the step number 3 we are going to create the tag, and finally we are merging the development branch into the master branch. So it means that after testing from the development branch, once everything is stable, you can merge your stable code into the master branch. So that will be your golden copy. It means that whatever the codes resides or pushes to the master branch, it will be always stable. Okay guys, so far now I discussed about the intro and then I have shown you that what are the topics I am going to cover. It means that today's agenda. Now time to say let's begin guys. So are you ready? Just sit back, relax, have a sip of coffee and enjoy this tutorial. So guys, now I'm going to explain you the entire Git tagging process through this diagram. But before I start explaining this, let me tell you something about the Git tag. So basically from the definition point of view, Git tag is in-time snapshot of your branch, and Git tag always refers the head. When I say the head, it means that the latest commit. So let's suppose that the developer 3 commits the latest changes as a commit 3, then this will be the head for this development branch. Okay, now I am going to explain you this Git tagging process. So let's suppose that there is a master branch where is the complete stable code reside in it, right? So from the master branch you are creating another branch, development branch, and your 3 developers are creating 3 features branch from this development branch, and your developer is working on 3 different features. Once they are done with their work, they are finally merging back to the development merging back to the code to the development branch as a commit 1. Then this commit 2 will come from the developer second number with the features 2, and so on. This commit number 3 will be coming from the developer 3 as a feature 3, right? So at this moment you are thinking that all these features are quite stable and you further want to test it into the staging, right? So from there you test it onto the staging, and if passes all the test cases, then and it's successfully deployed, right? Then after that you can accept as it as the stable code release version, and then from there you can tag this branch as a version 1.1, so 1.0. So this version will be the quite stable, right? So from here you can directly merge your stable code into the master branch, and from there here you can deploy onto the production. This is the one case. However, there is a second case also which I would like to discuss with you. So here, when you, before creating the tag, when you are testing onto the staging and everything is okay, it passes all the test cases, you can further test it into the productions as well. Okay, so after productions also is quite stable, it passes all the test cases, all the expected values, then you come and you create the tagging. Then you give it here the version 1.1. And then you finally merge it into the master. So what is the then you may ask the question, then what is the benefit? So benefit is that, guys, in such case scenario you are deploying the things from your development branch to a staging and the production itself, but you are not deploying from the production, but in the productions it will be the complete stable version. If you do not repeat this, then what will happen, maybe sometimes the test cases will pass from the staging but it may fail into the production. Then in such kind of scenarios you may say that my code inside the master is not quite stable. But if you test it from the development itself, from the staging and the productions, right, and then you push your tagging into the master, then at this point of time you can say that now my code is completely stable because it already passes the dev, staging and the productions deployment, right? Another benefit is that you can simply restrict the access here. It means that you can only allow few users to insert the things into the master, and you can put here one of the approvers. So whenever there is a PR request raised, the approver approves the changes and finally it merges into the master branch. So this is the another benefit. Okay, so it means that now coming back onto the tagging process, right? So commit 1, commit 2, commit 3, the developer, all three developers, they think that this is the quite a stable code. After that, after a deployment onto the staging and further on the productions, if all the result is matching as per expected values, right, then after that you are creating the tag and then you are saying that okay, now this is my stable version. However, the rest of the developers, they keep pushing into the development branch. It won't going to make any changes with the existing code because you have already created the tag, and that further tag you are merging into the master branch after the testing on the staging and the production. So in such a way you are matching the value of the CI/CD as well. It means that there is continuous deployment plus the other developers is also keep merging their development, and it is not going to we can say it is not going to merge with the other changes because you have already created the tag and we cannot make any further changes into the tag, so it will be your stable version. So this is all your Git tagging entire process of the Git tagging. Now I am going to show you practically how it can be done. So guys, now I'm going to explain this entire Git tagging process practically. So this is one of my repository called Terraform, which is on the GitHub, and you can see that under this repository there are three branches: master, development and the main. So I'm going to perform my testing on the development branch, and basically I'm going to do 2 commits, and that you can take it as a feature 1 and feature 2. Okay, so this repository I have already cloned it in my local system. Let me show you here. You can see that, and I'm going to right now edit the AWS TF file as a feature 1. Okay, so now inside the AWS TF file, let me show you. So this is under provider is GCP. Okay, so now I'm going to change it. Okay, so let me show you first Git branch. So there are 3 branch, and currently I'm working on development branch. As you can see that now I'm going to implement my first feature 1 changes. Okay, so instead of GCP I say AWS. Okay, and then I save it. After that I'm going to add these changes, git add -m, and I say that I'm replacing GCP with AWS. Okay, so something I did, okay, sorry. So I'm not committing, I'm firstly going to add aws.tf file. So I say aws.tf. Okay, then after that now I will committing it. So git commit -m. Okay, now I'm going to push these changes, git push, and I put my username. After that password, and since I am using my personal access token, so which I already copied, so it has been, this feature 1 has been successfully pushed back to the branch, right? So now it's a GCP. The moment when I refresh, it became AWS. Okay, now I'm going to, so these changes you can take it as a feature 1. Okay, so now I'm going to make changes another file called ec2.tf. okay, so I'm going to add here, I can say here the changes is okay. So now let's suppose the provider, I'm going to change it with the GCP. Okay, so currently if you see ec2.tf file, it should be there AWS. Okay, let me go back. So you can see here is the AWS. Now I'm working on feature 2 and I'm replacing the AWS with the GCP. Okay, so GCP I have written here, you can see. Now I'm going to add this file. It's a normal process, right? How we commit, you know already it. Then I'm going to commit the changes. I'm saying again, okay, changes in provider. Now I'm going to push it, my name, my username, and the token. Okay, so it has been successfully posted. Now let's check that here the changes should be reflected. So now it's a AWS. The moment when I refresh, it became the GCP. Okay, so now you can see that GCP, the changes is successfully reflected inside the ec2.tfi, right? So you can see that back to back I did two commits, right? So the first commit you can act as a feature 1 and the second commit you can tag as a feature 2, right? So now at this moment of time I am thinking that now my code is quite stable and I want to take it further deployment on the staging on the production. So here I can create now tag on top of that, and that I'm going to show you now. Alright guys, so now I have two successfully commit, feature 1 and feature 2. At this point of time I am thinking that I am good to go on further deployment on the staging and the productions, right? So I'm going to create the tag. So as of now you can see that there is a 0 tag, right? So I'm going to create the tag and the command is pretty much simple, git tag, and I'm going to give this release name is version 1.0. Okay, so now if I list it here, it will show me the version 1.0. Okay, so 1.0 is created, right? So my two commits, this tag is included with my two commits, the feature 1 and the feature 2. And now I'm going to push into this repository because this tag is created on my local. So I need to push this tag onto my remote repository, right? So I can use the command git push and then I can say origin and then I need to give the tag version. Okay, so as of now you can see that there is no tag, it's a 0 tag, right? So let me push it first. I need to give the username and then I need to give my personal access token. So the tag is successfully pushed into repository, and now the moment when I refresh, you can see here the one tag. So here you can see that one tag, right? And as I mentioned that it is the snapshot, right? So you can take it as a zip format and the tar. So when I download the zip file, okay, let me go here and extract it, and then I will show you the changes will be successfully reflected here. So if I extract this one, extract all, okay, extract here only. Now let's go to this one. So here you can see, so this is one of the file where I have committed my feature 1. So you can see I had replaced previously GCP with AWS, okay, and the second changes which I have done inside the EC2. So there also I have replaced the so earlier in AWS, sorry, it was GCP, then I replaced with the AWS, and in EC2 it was AWS that I replaced with the GCP, right? So this is the stable version of the tag which I have created, right? Now the second, as I mentioned that once you create the tag, there won't be any changes. So if I do further commit in the same aws.tf file, let's suppose that I'm ready with the feature 3rd, right? And now I want to introduce it inside my development branch. So if I do commit any aws.tff, that is not going to reflect under this tag 1.0. Okay, if I want to make it again the tag, then I again need to tag it with the 1.1 or 1.2. that now I'm going to show you. So far now I have committed my feature 1 and feature 2. Now I as a developer I am ready with the feature 3. Okay, so what I mentioned here, the feature 3, since the tag I have already created, and the moment when I introduce my feature 3 into the existing branch developer, right, it is not going to make any changes inside the existing tag 1.0. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce my feature 3 changes over here, and I'm going to make one of the changes. I say aws.tf, and I'm, instead of web server, I'm saying that it is a DB server. Okay, so I'm going to add this file quickly, git add aws.tf, and I commit changes in DB, and then I push it, git push. I put my username. Okay, let's see that changes should be reflected here. So aws.tf, and you can see here it is the DB server. Okay, but as I mentioned earlier that once you create the tag, then it won't be changed, right? So accordingly, just now I have referred the latest commit, so it should not be changed anything, and it means that after the feature 1 and 2, the tag which I have created, all the changes in feature 1 and 2 should be only reflected under this. The feature 3 which I have just committed, it should not be reflected here. So let me download it again. Strict all. I want here only. It's okay. Replace the existing file. Now if I go aws.tf, so you can see that here is still web.server. It means that the feature 3, in the feature 3 I have replaced it with the DB, but it is not reflected here, right? So in such kind of scenario, when I think that my feature 3 is also quite stable, so then I need to create the tag, and I need to give the another tag version, and probably as of now we have version 1.0. Let me show you version 1.0, and now feature 3 I have already pushed it, so I can create now another tag and I can call it as a v version 1.1. Now I'm going to show you that. All right guys, so since I have already committed my feature 3 as well, so I'm going to create another tag, and I say v1.1. okay, so now v1.1, and I need to push this tag, so I say origin and tag origin, then I need to give 1.1 username, then my personal access token. So now there should be reflected 2 tags. So as of now you can see that there is only 1 tag, and if I refresh it, there should be another tag. So 1.1, you can see that. Okay, now if you download this tag, there you can find the changes which I made as a feature 3 commit. Let me go here, extract it, extract here only. Go to here, open aws.tf, and here you can see that the changes is reflected. Okay, so this is the mean that when you introduce the feature 3, right, and then you want again the stable release, you can tag it as a version 1.1, but before tagging it cannot be reflected in your earlier tagging, that was version 1.0. so this is the whole concept of tagging into the system, right? So now you have version 1, 2, 3. All 3 developers has been successfully tested all these 3 features. So now you want to merge this tag, the latest tag, into the master branch, right? So it will be completely stable, and then your the golden copy, complete stable code of the pieces will be exist into the master branch, and that now I'm going to show you that how you can merge your tag 1.1 into the master branch. All right guys, let's switch to the master branch. It's a main, I go master branch. So you can see that there is a two tag, but this tag is not pushed to the master branch. Okay, so let me show you the piece of the code. So if you go here aws.tf, and there is still, you can see that there is a web server reflected. Okay, and the previous also two changes, it's not reflected here. Likewise we did in ec2.tf, if you remember, there was, we have replaced GCP, so that is also not reflected here. Okay, so now we are going to merge tag 1.1 to the master branch. Sorry, we need to select the master branch. Okay, so let me show you once again. So there is still AWS, so technically it should be GCP. So this is the master branch, and now I am going to show you that how we can merge it. So first of all, we need to switch. So currently I'm working on development branch. I need to switch into master branch. Okay, now let's see. I am on master branch now. Okay, so now the command is quite simple. We need to just say it git merge, and then we need to give the tag name. Okay, so tag name is master, right? Sorry, tag name is, we are going to merge the 1.1. Okay, and then we need to say git push. Or we can say, either we can give the git push origin master, and then the token value. Let's check here the piece of the code, reflect, go to aws.tf. So here you can see that I'm onto the master branch, and earlier it was reflecting that web server, now it is a DB server. Okay, and there is some other changes as well in the comment sections. In the same way, we can go and check the ec2.tf command as well. So here we can see that earlier it was AWS, now it is GCP. So that clearly shows that I have successfully merged my tag 1.1 to the master branch. So guys, this is the overall process of the Git tagging, and I hope you have successfully and clearly understood the entire concept. Hey guys, so thank you so much for watching this. That's all for the day, and I believe that you really enjoyed this lecture, this tutorial. If you have any feedback, please feel free and write in the comment sections. Even if you have any queries, just write me in the comment sections and I will answer it there. Guys, one more request, please share my channel with your friends and the colleague, and subscribe it as well. I will see you in my next tutorial. Till the time, thank you so much for watching this. You have a very lovely and great day.